On griddrawingtool.com, you can take any image. You can do a few steps of rotating, cropping, and adjusting, so some very minor photo editing. But for the most part, what we use it for is step 5, which is the grid. And so we're actually going to upload our photos, skip step 2, 3, 4, and jump straight to step 5. And then we'll be finished applying a grid over the top of our photo. So we're going to click Start. Under Start, it says choose a file. So I click here to choose a file, and again, it pulls up that computer-based search where we can find our image in. So instead of me searching through my things and scrolling and trying to find whatever it is I've saved, I'm going to go up to this search bar and notice that cow is there from us doing a previous search. And so I type, or I click cow. And instead of choosing cow, I choose cow edited, where we wrote in all caps. That's the one that we did all that work on in Pixlr.com, and so that's the image we want. I'm going to double click it, or I can click open. Either way, it's going to load the image. And when it's finished loading the image, that's when we'll skip steps 2, 3, and 4 and go straight to grid. On grid, you'll have to make a decision based off of if you chose a landscape or a portrait cropping. And so as you can see, mine is uploaded, and I have a landscape style of image. So I'm going to click Next. I don't want to rotate my image. I don't want to crop my image, so I click Next again. I don't want to adjust my image, so I end up at grid here. And it already has a grid on it, but this is not the same number of squares that we have on the paper we've pre-gridded. And so we're going to take and make a few changes. The grid on your paper is 12 squares by 16 squares. The long side is 16 squares, and so since the long side is the top on mine, and this says the number of boxes wide, if I change this to 16 and change the amount of pixels to 1 and then apply the grid, you'll see that it becomes 16 squares across. And if you count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 squares down. So it does the math for you because these are 1 inch by 1 inch squares. You'll see it has a sliver of extra on the top and a sliver of extra on the side, just like your paper.